doing a little video on carding this morning because I know it's a thing that quite a lot of people struggle with. So first of all, I've got some washed fleece here and I'm going to pull some locks out from the fleece by the tips. So holding it firmly in one hand, a sharp jerk with the other, and that keeps the staple formation. Next thing, I'm going to actually flick the tips before I begin to card. Otherwise what happens is that they tend not to get carded and the rest of it does. So lay it on the carder, put your hand on top and just pull it through the carder. See the difference there? And lay that onto the carder. Do a few more, but don't overload the carders, because if you do, what will happen is only some of the fleece will get carded. It all puffs up once you begin to work on it, and then suddenly there's more than you thought there was. So that's enough fleece on these carders. I'm going to put one on my leg with it, the leading edge of the carder going to the outside, and I'm holding the handle like a hairbrush. Then with the second carder I hold that like a hairbrush too, and I'm going to work my way up in stages. But you don't mesh the teeth of the carders with this method, they float over one another. So I'm starting at the tip of the carder, the edge of the carder here, and I might need to just hold the fleece lightly with the other hand to start with. And it's a downward motion, keeping your elbow tucked in. And it doesn't need much work if you're working with quality fleece. So now you can see I've got some fleece on each of the carders, and I'm going to what's called doff it. I'm going to put it from one to the other. This is the bit that people have difficulty remembering, which is why I wanted to do a video. So you're turning them both teeth side up, one comes round to meet the other. So you've got one handle sticking to the left and one to the right. And then you tilt the two, so there's about a 45-degree angle between them. And one goes up as the other comes down. So then we have it all on one carder. It doesn't matter whether it's on the top carder or the bottom carder. And then we just repeat the process, like so. I'm now going to doff the other way. It's exactly the same though. I put the carders so that one handle goes one way, one goes the other way. I tilt them, 45-degree angle, one goes up, one goes down. This fleece is now carded, so what I'm also going to do is remove it from the carders, and we do this in a slightly different way. You put the two edges together, tilt the carders until the teeth mesh. Now don't get too tight an angle or you will roll it. So about 45 degrees again, teeth meshed, lift, lift, lift. Then I can put them back on my knee, remove that grungy bit, and I'm going to roll it. There's different ways to do this, there's different ways to card it, but this is a good way that is commonly used, and I've rolled that into a rowlag that is light and airy. That's more important than whether it is neat and tidy, and that will now be easy to spin from. I can make a pile of these at once, but don't keep them for too long, because after a few days they will start to get a bit denser and solid, and they'll need recarding before you can spin them really easily. And that's it folks, so go and have a little go.